was not love beginning to fall away. My humanity longed for the empty words, but the truth caused my heart to see that love himself was jealous for me. Not willing to let me go for an imitation love that would never grow and only leave the stain of rejection upon my soul, because in order to truly love the life of Christ, one must know. And through this separation, reality I was facing is that Christ became the payment to resurrect this dead heart in sin to become one with him. Now in love I abide. Under the shadow of his wings I'm alive, applying these three: faith, hope, and love. Faith in Christ. Hope I'll rise, and for love he died. For love he died. No one gets to God except through Christ, and since God is love, that is to say that no one gets to love except through the Son, because he overcomes. And in him new life's begun. And yes, he loves me so tenderly, endlessly, consistently, always defending me, because the cross has forever claimed the victory. So now my past is history. Now my past is history. Now my past is his story. Knowing that God is so for me. Even with the depths of knowledge that he knows me, nothing can separate me from his love, because nothing is hidden from his eyes. He knew me before I was alive, formed so perfectly in his mind, spoke like poetry into time, a composition of his word that shall not come back void. So I will to align my will and choose him as my choice, and incline my ear to the obedience of his voice, and silence all the noise that fights against this truth, which is that Jesus Christ is the undisputable proof of God's love revelation. So I will not accept an imitation, because this love is deep, it's wide, it's safe, it thrives, it fights relentlessly, it travels from the beginning to eternity. This love is not afraid of sin. In fact, he put a hit out on him, because sin was trying to take my beauty and replace it with ashes. So Christ took sin and beat it with lashes, making it the beaten, the bruised, endured, skin-torn gashes, being despised by the masses. Even when I was still walking around like a fascist, heard him calling and moving like molasses. He still loved and looked past this. He's so simply classic. And he left that sin in the grave and rose on the third day in the perfect hour with all the power. And so to that I ask, what do I even give? My life? But the truth is I only have life in him, so that's his too. And he responds, I'm not asking you to give so much as I'm asking you to let me give to you. You see, it's so hard to end, because it's love, to say the least, that transcends the bounds of time, the bounds of my mind. It's love never fails, it never bails, it gives its very best. And although I may try to define it, even my description doesn't do it justice, because his thoughts are higher than my thoughts, and his ways are higher than my ways. And he suffers long for days and days and days. And in fact, he's outside of the days. So time may be a factor for you and I, but God is not even phased. That's why he's so consistent, so change resistant. He doesn't bend, break, and once you have him, you can't shake him or lose him. But yes, you do have to choose him. And if the love you have isn't rooted in him, it won't remain. Because nothing of man or by man sustains. So the only way I'm truly loving is if he gives me the ability to, and then I can bestow that love upon you, because first you have to know him before you can show him. And it's funny, because for so long I wanted love, but I did not want God. I wanted love, but I did not want God. But God is love, and apart from God, love isn't love. It's more like L-U-V, or L-O-V with no E. Or less than symbol plus 3, like I heart, you heart, me. One day, the Lord told me that he was going to give me a love revelation. And suddenly, everything that I thought was love began to fall away. And when I opened my eyes and looked around, I finally realized that only that which was in Christ still remains.